Good morning. We are back after a short delay to dive into the crypto market. An awesome couple days for folks looking for massive gains. I sure hope that you found some out there. So before we get in, we're going to take a couple looks at our Bitcoin chart. We're going to look at Algorand and how it's performing against the dollar. So if you're not a subscriber to Hayu Market Analysis, make sure to bring it up, down, and all around it. Hit that subscribe. Let's get into some charts. Bitcoin. We were looking at potentials for a new bear trend. Folks that have been following the channel know that starting around the beginning of April, there was concern for a new trend line that is here represented by the dotted line. And we were very concerned about this red dotted line being an extremely important level of determining where the bull market is going. Now, our preference is clearly towards the non-dotted trend line. We would very much like to see that trend line continue. So before we get into updating charts, before we get into all this analysis, I will make sure to remind everyone casually, we are not a financial advisor. This video does not serve as financial advice. This is certainly financial entertainment, financial education, whatever you would like to call it. Please do not consider this financial advice. I will not give you trade signals, etc. But let's look at the analysis. And also, make sure to subscribe. So, dropping on the recent 2-week bars, fantastic to see Bitcoin power through that 56,000 level, now sitting around 58,000. This is fantastic news for crypto bull traders who wanted to see a continuation on the larger trend line. It does look that we might be back on track to see 75,000 in the near future. However, until we break the recent high, there is still some concern, so we will be watching very closely over the next few days, and we will probably update our chart with new assumptions. We're no longer looking for the range to 43,000 to 16,000 to see an actual breakdown. However, should this revert to this trend line, that could become a possibility. But we hope that you bought the $46,000 dip, as some of our phenomenal analysts on Twitter encouraged. And let's take a look at the big money maker that everyone is looking at. We have Algorand. Now, Algorand is one of the favorites of this channel, and I know that I've had somebody rage before over me calling the 6% yield interest. It is what it is, folks. Algorand looking at a trend line similar to most other cryptocurrencies at this point. When we click the update on this one-day chart, what we see is Algorand clearly dipping into the buy zone, and perhaps we can make that a little more visible. Algorand dipping into the buy zone and coming back up to the $1.41 mark. That is awesome. Let's take a look on the actual chart. And it wouldn't be a Hayu video if TradingView didn't get some free ads in here. Let's see. Oh, not what I'm trying to do. So, I'll clean this up a little bit because Algorand appears to have made up its mind. We had a buy zone identified between $1 and $1.26, and we went all the way through it, and it was glorious. So currently, Algorand trading above this sort of dotted trend line that we have been analyzing. So if you bought in the buy zone, congratulations on getting this 27% raise. I know a lot of folks, not just me, were looking at this zone as a potential big boost for their Algorand holdings. Now, just a short reminder, Algorand is a newer token with one of the biggest staking rewards out there. And if you don't hold Algorand, you might want to consider looking at this token. It certainly seems to have legs, and the environment around it is quite explosive. So we see currently trading above the 140 mark, below the 150 mark. This is, we don't want to call it a sort of danger zone for Algorand, but it is a zone that we would very much like to see past. We are ourselves looking at a potential 151 to 160 breakout buy to push back the 175, 180 resistance mark. Might actually choose to move that down a little bit given recent history and look at something more like this. Now let's take a look at the wider time frame and go to the day chart. I know I had long strategies picked on Algorand. We will take a look, delete some of this mess, even though I know the range values are so useful. Problem is that when I draw them on multiple different time frames, they become very busy. And here we have the wonderful bounce. Looks like we're heading to this buy zone, and frankly I am excited about what is going on in crypto right now. Bitcoin's rejection of the Bitcoin's possible rejection of the downturn could seem to send altcoins exploding. There's the free ad. Bravo, TradingView, you sure got it in. And taking a look here, the expectation of a medium-term price of 250 to 280 seems quite realistic should Bitcoin continue its trend upward against the dollar. When we compare the two, we see that Algorand is performing similar to Engine Coin against Bitcoin and has, yeah, if we start at the beginning of 2021, which is what we usually do for these analysis, because otherwise it is too hard to stabilize this Bitcoin. Yes, so Algorand somewhere in between Engine Coin and Bitcoin. I guess Engine Coin certainly has Algorand. Wow. I guess we can only hope that Algorand will follow Engine Coin. But the point is that Algorand sitting somewhere between a couple times to 6 or 7 times above the Bitcoin's gain since 2021 began. I would hope, should Bitcoin, let's do it live. Let's take a look. Should Bitcoin do the cool things, and no ads on the chart. No ads on the chart. Does anybody want a TradingView referral? Because I don't really want to deal with that. I mean, there's referrals that are worth money, and then there's TradingView referrals. So, let's see. Bitcoin. What are you gonna do? No, we're pretty much. Yeah. So what? another 25% to get to 75,000. It just makes perfect sense. So, I mean, if Bitcoin goes to 75,000, it would make sense for Algorand to go from $2 and from $2.50 to $3. Like that, in my estimation, this is a rather conservative call in the market right now. Things are wild and out of control. And frankly, this is something that will probably happen in the next like 2 weeks now that I've called it out, because everything's been happening so quick and it's just been hard to wrap around it. I mean, the market is moving ridiculously fast. So my expectation is that, you know, should we hit Bitcoin 75,000, this is where Algorand's going to be. And should that happen, I will be a happy camper. I think a lot of you will be happy campers. And, you know, huzzah. You know, I was a little worried when we were hitting 46,000, but, you know, we are quite a ways above that again. Bitcoin sitting at 58,000 right now. 58,556.34. Holy crap. God, I remember when that didn't look anything like that. And I still have some bias that there's a better bull market in the past, but it's not true. It's not even close to true. Hopefully we can get some alt pops that make the past look like nothing here in the short term. But that's about going to wrap it up for us here at High U. So, as always, make sure to drop the subscribe, hit the like, let me know what you think is going on in the market. As a channel reminder, it's not financial advice, never meant to be financial advice. We like the charts, we like analyzing trading strategies, and we like hearing from other people on YouTube. Frankly, it makes it more fun than just trading solo. So this is just a way that we pass our time. And with that note, have a great one, folks. Good luck.